Hi, and welcome back to our Set Yourself Up for 2026 mini series. I'm your host, Craig Skelton. Last week, we talked about defining a clear vision and then aligning it with your values. This week, we're sort of turning our focus, shall we say, inward and backward. Before we can plan for 2026, we need to extract every lesson from 2025. Reflection isn't about dwelling on the past, it's about learning from it by looking at what has worked and what didn't. We strengthen our resilience, celebrate our growth, and prepare to do better. Think of this episode as like a mental year end review without the dread, shall we say. We'll talk about how to review your numbers, recognize your wins, face your mistakes, and cultivate gratitude too, all while maintaining a calm. So, why is reflection essential? Well, in business, and it's fair to say in life too, it's easy to stay busy without ever stopping to evaluate what's working. Yet, every high performing firm, every high performing business takes time at year end to review performance data and get honest about what needs improving. Analyzing KPIs, key performance indicators, P&Ls, marketing analytics too, and customer feedback is essential. It's also important to collect feedback from your team as well. If you've got a team and manage a team, and evaluate whether you met the goals you set at the beginning of the year. This level of scrutiny isn't about beating yourself up, which can often be seen as the why you review, but it's not about beating yourself up. It's about understanding which strategies delivered the results this year and which ones drained your energy. And reflection also has a mindset benefit too. Taking time to pause and review lets your brain make sense of the experiences that has happened. It allows you to separate facts from feelings and then avoid those knee-jerk reactions that we can all make. When you reflect deliberately, you're less likely to rush into or out of opportunities. You give yourself space to respond rather than just react. So you start your review by looking at your data, get together your revenue, profit figures, conversion rates, average case size, marketing spend, and return on that investment too. And then look at what channels produce the highest return on your investment, which partnerships or lead sources were most effective. But don't stop at like just a spreadsheet. Then ask yourself what each number represents. Combine numbers with client feedback. So where did that lead come from? Why did that client reach out to you? The more you'll understand about why a campaign resonated or a service that fell flat. You also need to review any personal or professional development goals you set yourself as well. Did you complete a new qualification, or did you introduce new products into your business or into your proposition? Did you plan business development and want to focus on that? Reflect on the time you've invested in your own growth and whether it paid dividends. And if you work with a team or outsource tasks too, schedule review sessions with those people as well. Gather feedback on accomplishments and challenges, identify training needs or leadership opportunities for the coming year. Reflection isn't just about looking for weaknesses, it's equally about recognizing what went well and building from that. Celebrate successes to build momentum and build morale. What achievements made you proud this year? Did you hit a revenue target or help a record number of certain type of clients or receive a number of reviews that you set yourself as a goal? Acknowledge these wins, share them with your team if you've got one, or with your family or with your peers. It doesn't really matter, but share those successes. And if you employ or collaborate with others, express appreciation like gifts or just simply a heartfelt thank you goes such a long way. Gratitude creates loyalty and and positive energy that will carry into 2026. And alongside celebrating the wins, be honest about what didn't work. What were there marketing strategies that just completely flopped, or partnerships that didn't deliver this year? Did you miss a target because you didn't allocate enough time to it or resources to it? Document these missteps without judging yourself, which is so important. Ask yourself what underlying assumptions led to these results. What could you do differently? This approach turns mistakes into data, Remember to release regrets. We're all learners and mistakes are inevitable, especially when we're brokers, business owners. We're going to have regrets. What matters is using them to make better decisions next time. And year end can be hectic. Taking care of your mental health as just as important as analyzing your business. Set manageable goals each day and divide big projects into smaller tasks. Take breaks, ask for help when needed, and give yourself small rewards to stay motivated. They do really work. During your reflection process, pause regularly to breathe, go for a walk, just get some time away from your desk. These sort of micro breaks reduce stress and improve focus. And remember to communicate with colleagues and loved ones when you're feeling overwhelmed. Seeking support is a sign of strength. And finally, give yourself some grace. Nobody's perfect. Reflection is about growth, not self criticism. And then as you review the year, look for patterns. Are you consistently underestimating how long certain tasks takes? Or did you say yes to every single opportunity that and then feel overwhelmed? Are you spending too much time on administrative work and admin tasks and too little time on strategic planning for your business? Recognizing patterns help you make specific changes. And if you keep missing personal deadlines, consider like time blocking or outsourcing. And if you notice yourself procrastinating all the time on tasks you dislike, schedule them earlier in the day, schedule early in the week. Use your reflection to create micro goals for 2026. When setting these goals, follow the SMART framework that I've always talked about. Writing down your goals and assigning deadlines, make them real and trackable. So to make the most of this episode, try the following tasks. The first one is conduct a year-end review. Get your data together, P&Ls, KPIs, market analytics, and client feedback. Write down what's worked well and why. Identify at least three successes and then three areas for improvement too. And then celebrate and appreciate. List your proudest achievements of 2025. Share them with your team or your family. If you've got collaborators or contractors that you work with, thank them personally for their contributions to your business in 2025. And then one thing that I've found does really work and does really help is journal about a mistake too. Choose one mistake or disappointment. Write down the facts of what happened, how you felt at the time, and what you learned. Then write a short plan of how you would handle a similar situation differently in the future. And then express gratitude. Each day this week, just write down three things you're grateful for in your business or in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. And also schedule a review session. If you've got a team or a mentor that you have as well, set up a meeting to review the year together. Use the conversation to gather feedback and generate ideas for improvement in 2026. Reflection isn't an end itself, it's the bridge to planning for 2026 and with a bridge to planning for next year. So in the next episode, we'll get into building habits, time blocking for a high performance and a successful 2026. We'll explore how to carve out time for things that matter and turn your insights from this reflection into daily practices. But for now, just take the time to look back and learn. This mini series is designed to help you finish the 2025 strong and start 2026 even stronger. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. As always, this was the second episode in the series of setting yourself up for 2026. We've covered why reflection is essential, how to analyze your year, celebrate your wins, learn from your mistakes, and cultivate gratitude and identify patterns for improvement. I encourage you to do the exercise that I talked about and give yourself credit for the progress that you've made this year. And then, like I said, next week, when we're going to be focusing on habits and time blocking. But then until then, just take care of yourself, have an amazing week, trust your journey, and remember, as always, to run your own race.